A dust cloud trailing a combine during harvest became a normal sight around Louisiana this year. That's because so little rain fell across the state between July 1st and the middle of November. A look at the U.S. Drought Monitor shows more than 3/4 of the state of Louisiana in the highest level of drought.
You know, if you were a 100,000 bushel soybean farmer, you were fortunate to cut 50 or 30,000 bushels this year.
Greg Fox is a grain marketing specialist for the Louisiana Farm Bureau Marketing Association. He saw the effects of heat and dry weather when helping farmers sell their grain.
Yeah, it really depended on the area and just how much rain that they did get at certain times, because we did see customers that ran through fields and the yield monitors went from 0 to 15, 0 to 30. You know, some guy said, I cut a field across the highway, it cut 2 bushels. I crossed the highway, it cut 20 bushels. So it was just very strange the way things went.
There's no question that across the state, this has been an impactful drought. In fact, as we work our way into early November now, we're looking at about 3/4 of the state posted under exceptional drought, the worst of the drought categories. That is unique in and of itself. Plus, the timing of the drought was incredible. Now, we could argue, was 2011, 2012 dry or drier, or the 1999 to 2001 drought? That was pretty intense and much longer than this one has been. But in terms of this drought here, a couple of things coming into play. It hit its worst right at the middle and end of the summer. And it was a double whammy. Not only did we shut down the rain, but we took away the clouds too, which meant more sunshine, which meant that even the vegetation that did survive was doubly baked.
A lot of folks felt like it was the heat more so than the lack of rain, but altogether, yeah, we saw some guys were estimating they probably lost half or just under half of what they would have typically produced.
Fortunately, as WAFB Chief Meteorologist Jay Grimes knows well, the weather changes and brought some relief to these parched lands.
So we finally got some rain around the state last week. And what we're going to see in the coming weeks and months is probably something that rolls back to normal and maybe even above normal as we get into the winter months. El Niños, especially this kind of a strong El Niño, typically leads to a wetter than normal winter and spring for us here in South Louisiana. Now, that's too late for agriculture. The rains are coming now. In fact, in some ways, the rains are coming just at a time they want to get into the field and pull out what they can. So now they're going to be pulling mud out with the tractors, and that'll just irritate some of the people in the neighborhoods that don't like to see that mud on the roadways. But it's too late for the agricultural production. Now the question is, will it recover in terms of soil moisture? I don't think there's any question that by the springtime, we will be where we need to be in terms of adequate soil moisture storage. In fact, we may be over the top. And El Niño in the winter and spring leads to flooding issues. So we're likely to see excessive rains as we get into January, February, and March, which just takes us into another direction of uh-oh.
The Louisiana Farm Bureau Commodity and Public Policy Department is working on disaster aid for Louisiana farmers and ranchers, even signing on to a letter to encourage Congress to take action now. This week, Congress did do some action. They passed an extension on a very important piece of legislation that has everything to do with the food we are blessed with this Thanksgiving, the Farm Bill. Title I of the bill includes provisions for safety net programs that help ensure American farmers can provide all of us with a safe, stable, and affordable food supply, even during difficult times. The 2018 Farm Bill expired September 30th, but the spending bill passed allows a one-year extension of that Farm Bill. American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall released a statement following the extension's finalization, expressing urgency for Congress to stay focused on passing a new, modernized Farm Bill in a timely manner. He says, quote, "The current Farm Bill was written before the pandemic, before inflation spiked, and before global unrest sent shockwaves through the food system. We need programs to reflect today's realities." He continued to praise agriculture committees in both chambers for their great work on a new farm bill over the past 18 months and encouraged them to keep that momentum going. To learn more about Farm Bureau's priorities for this new farm bill, you can head over to our website at twilatv.org.